So, I'll briefly introduce our distinguished panel members, who will then rapidly kickstart the exchange with their opening statements. We'll then have a first round of questions and answers that will be led by me. And before opening the floor to your questions, so please think of the questions that you would like to ask. At the end of this session, I'll ask the panel members to wrap up their main message, like Chris did in the first panel. And there'll be a second QR code for you to answer the second round of questions. There will be a smaller set, actually. So let me start introducing our discussants for today. So before that, I had the immense honor to work with Marcos Rodriguez Vega. He's Marcos, so he's the guy actually, and he's a PhD student at the University of La Laguna in Tenerife. So he's doing an amazing job, I hope, that you will see. Also, we have a graphic designer, who's Iro Esposito, also from Tenerife. And Carolina Polito, who's a PhD student in Luis University in Rome for the sociology part. So it was a great time that we spent together, so 4 months in the making. So for a panel, that's a lot of time, but in any case, I hope it works. So we have 3 very special experts in the panel today, who are some of the greatest assets of worldwide knowledge. We have Alex Silva, who's a GenAI industry representative. And our experience includes many years working in the big tech industry. Their educational background in policy and tech is tailored to effectively advocate for GenAI. We have also Sam Vegan, who's an MEP, working here around the corner with our colleagues there. Sam has a background in political science and economics, which helps understand the technical, ethical, and legal implications of GenAI. Sam is a member of the Committee of Industry, Research and Energy, ITRI, and of the Special Committee on Artificial Intelligence in a Digital Age, IDA. Andrea Polito works in a well-known NGO and will bring the civil society viewpoint to the panel. Andrea has a degree in social sciences and several specialized training and certifications in digital rights and technology. Andrea, I would like to hear your opening statements, but remember that this is not a room full of English-speaking people as the mother language. So if you could make pauses on your periods and smaller pauses on your comments, that would be much better. Thank you very much. Andrea?
Thank you, Afonso, and hello, everyone. By 2031, GenAI can widen creativity and access to knowledge. It can help a nurse draft notes, a student learn, and a small theater reach new audiences. But it can also flood our feeds with convincing fakes, quietly profile our moods, and steer our attention, which weakens trust and our public debate. So we need simple safeguards people can feel, collect only what's needed, get clear consent with easy opt-out, keep audit trails and independent checks, label AI content when it matters, and keep a human in charge for impactful decisions. In practice, this protects privacy and equal treatment. It supports the Charter's freedoms and the AI Act's risk approach, and it builds cognitive security and social resilience so we can argue, create, and vote on our own terms.
Well, that's very interesting because now I hear some optimism, but mixed with a high awareness of the potential risks, like for privacy or misinformation. Your task is to find a middle way between the positions expressed by Alex and Andrea. So remembering to give some pauses on your speech when there are periods, and also smaller pauses when there are commas. Could you give us your opening statement, please?
Thank you, Afonso, and hello, everyone. By 2031, GenAI touches how we create, how we talk, how we learn, and how we trust. It can help a teacher tailor lessons, a doctor explain options, and a local paper check facts faster. But it can also supercharge disinformation, harvest sensitive data quietly, and manipulate how we see the world, which harms elections, media, and schools. Our job is to pair innovation with safeguards. We have the AI Act, the EU's rulebook for higher-risk AI systems, and now we must implement it well with risk-based duties, human oversight for impactful decisions, harmonised standards, independent testing, and fast incident reporting. We should back SMEs with sandboxes and skills, invest in research, and require clear labelling and provenance so people know when content is AI made. In practice, that means by the MFF midterm, we fund cognitive security drills for elections and classrooms. We roll out trusted watermarks across major platforms, and we support local media and schools with verification tools. This keeps creativity open, productivity rising, and our social resilience strong.
Well, that's wonderful. So I hope that this will be actually true by 2031. Andrea, generative AI can really empower people and open up access to knowledge, but it can just as easily spread misinformation or deepen divides. From your point of view, how can civil society help make sure that these tools actually strengthen democracy instead of putting it at risk?
Thank you, Afonso. Civil society can be the early warning system and the guide rail. We can run public stress tests for elections in schools, teach simple verification habits, and push platforms to label AI content and publish audit trails, which means keeping records so independent groups can check what happened. We also press for data minimization, meaning collect only what's needed, clear consent with easy opt-out, and human oversight for impactful decisions, even if that slows some rollouts. In practice, fund local media and libraries with verification tools, set up rapid incident reporting with civic groups, and require proportionate watermarking and provenance so people know what they are seeing.
Very interesting, because we see watermarking actually coming back as, again, a mark of trust. So I don't know how easy that will be from the technical point of view. So I'll move to Sun. Generative AI is clearly driving innovation, as we heard now so far, but it's also changing the way we think, communicate, and trust information. From a policymaker's perspective, how do we strike the right balance between encouraging progress and protecting people from the downsides? In particular, do you think that the current digital rulebook in the European Union is enough, or would you rather have more regulation put on GenAI models and applications?
Thank you, Afonso. I'd say progress and protection must move together, step by step. We encourage use in classrooms, clinics, and SMEs, while we guard against manipulation, quiet data grabs, and election harms. On the rulebook, we are not starting from zero. The AI Act, the EU's rulebook for higher-risk AI systems, plus the GDPR for data protection and the Digital Services Act for platforms give us strong tools. But we need tighter, practical measures for generative systems that shape cognition and public debate. In practice, I would do 4 things in the next 12-18 months. First, implement the AI Act with risk-based duties and real human oversight for impactful decisions. Second, adopt harmonised standards, independent testing, and 72-hour incident reporting for major GenAI deployments. Third, require provenance and robust watermarking on public-facing AI content, especially around elections and schools. Fourth, fund SME sandboxes, skills and research on cognitive security under the current MFF midterm. If gaps remain, we add targeted updates.